What's up YouTube, Dal here from Zephyr War Games, and today, after a long wait, we are bringing you 4 brand new Dark World cards. They got a brand new fusion spell, quick play spell, and a new boss monster. And trust me, the fusion monster is absolutely crazy. So, please smash that like button, hit that notification bell, and subscribe so you do not miss out on any more upcoming content. With all of that out of the way, let's dive into their brand new main boss monster being Greffa, Dragon Overlord of Dark World. As always, massive shout out to AlanMac95 on DeviantArt. Go and check out his site. He always gives you the English translations in proxy form, already sized up, ready for download and testing as well. So, this one requires Greffa the Dragon Lord and a Dark Monster. When your opponent activates a normal spell, trap card, or monster effect, quick effect, you can make that effect become your opponent discards 1 card. Now, this is a little bit confusing for those not used to this, but what he kind of says is, the effect of that spell card your opponent plays becomes your opponent discards a card, which basically means if they were to activate Raigeki, for example, it would become your opponent discards 1 card rather than destroy the entire board. As opponent, it means you, the player or the controller of the Greffa Dragon. So it basically means it will trigger your Dark World monsters that say, if discarded by your opponent's effect, get X, Y, or Z. So you get a nice additional bonus off the back of that. If that wasn't enough, if this fusion summon card leaves the field by an opponent's card, you can special summon one of your Greffa Dragon Lord of the Dark World that is banished or in the graveyard. Then each player discards 1 card. Really cool boss monster for the deck. Absolutely love it. We then get a brand new main deck boss monster of Yugioh, Supreme Overlord of the Dark World. Like, the artworks on the Dark Worlds are always like near 10 out of 10. They're so cool. So you can special summon this card from the graveyard by returning 1 level 7 or lower Dark World monster you control to the hand. If this card is discarded by card effect and sent to the graveyard, you get to add a level 5 or higher Dark World monster from your deck to the hand except himself. Then, if it is discarded by your opponent, you can special summon a level 4 or lower Dark World monster from your deck or graveyard to either field. Now, obviously, that's really important because there is that little Dark World monster that you give to your opponent and it makes their effects become, or it makes you, as the controller of the Dark Worlds, discard a card via an opponent's effect. So it then means you get the additional effect as well. This is why the deck works so well with dangers, because obviously dangers help you trigger the discards constantly. It then also helps you kind of give additional effects. So there's a card we'll see now, which is Dark World Puppet. Target up to 3 cards in any graveyards, banish them, then discard 1 fiend monster specifically. So basically what that would do is this will become a triple DD Crow, and if you were to discard a Danger Bigfoot or a Danger Thunderbird, can then become a set pop or a face up pop as well, which is really cool. Or you can start special summoning monsters, regaining some advantage, you name it. You can also discard a Dogman if you're going to play that in the deck, and it will reduce all your opponent's monsters by 1,000, which is really cool. During the main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish it from the graveyard to take one of your banished fiend monsters and add it to your hand. You can only activate 1 Dark World Puppet per turn. Now, obviously, all Dark Worlds and Dangers are going to be dark, so Allure is going to be playing a massive part in this deck. If you wanted to, you could play Beginning of the End as well, just to kind of help stack up your graveyard, give you additional draws. And it's so good. Like, the fact is, you're probably going to want to set this. You're probably going to want to flip it during your opponent's turn to banish those 3 cards, and then get that additional summon, pop, or whatever. And then finally, again, look at this artwork. Absolutely incredible. Dark World Ascension. It's a quick play fusion spell that during the main phase, fusion summon 1 fiend fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from your field and or graveyard. If summoning a Dark World fusion monster this way, you can also discard monsters from your hand as material. During your main phase, if this card is in the graveyard, you can add it to your hand, then discard a Dark World monster. You can only use each effect once per turn. So, I mean, this is really cool because it means, in theory, what you can do is you can fusion summon during your turn, and then bring this back and then set it again to fusion summon during your opponent's turn, meaning you can set up 2 of the graph fusion monsters. Now let me just double check. You can make this effect become your opponent's discard. You can only use this effect. Sadly it's a hard once per turn. Otherwise that would be pretty cool. I've looked at some of the other themed fusion monsters. Like you can look at Gatling Ghoul. You can look at stuff like basically they're more deck specific. This would work for them because it lets you fusion summon a themed monster. It just means you won't be able to discard monsters and you won't be able to recycle the card because you'll need to play Dark Worlds. So I think like Gatling Ghoul is a level 5 or higher Dark plus a Perform Power monster. So this is a quick play spell that will let you get to it, which is really kind of cool. Yeah, I think the artworks are absolutely stunning. I think this card's really, really cool. And I think the fusion monster is really cool as well. The fact that it gives the deck what it was missing, which basically means it makes your opponent's effects become, or one of them become, your opponent discards a card, meaning that you, the controller of the Dark Worlds, would discard a card. So that's really, really important for the deck itself, and it will help you trigger the secondary effects of your Dark Worlds. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, I can't wait to see what else we get. I believe these are supposed to be in the retrain of the deck, the structure deck, which means I would expect to get at least 3 more cards, but that will soon wait to be seen. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think of these cards in the comments down below. Are you a fan of the Dark Worlds prior to this and you're just super stoked? Or are you now interested in Dark Worlds because of this? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. As absolutely always, guys, stay safe. And of course, happy dueling.